I just love to create. I love to inspire.
Let's see if there's any I don't know.
In YouTube's nearly 20-year history, we've seen many content
Prime
creators
Tank and
get in
Tier 1
trouble with
smashed.
the law. Generally speaking, your average YouTube lawbreaker comes in the form of a prank channel taking things too far, or perhaps an influencer spending the night in jail over some disorderly conduct. However, some cases are far more serious, with content creators not only getting arrested and jailed, but receiving criminal...
I wouldn't necessarily put Chris Chan as a YouTuber. To be fair, that transcends YouTubing. But by technicality, that is correct, I suppose. Alright, Austin Jones. We've talked about Austin Jones at length. This is that pedophile who used to have his like 14-year-old girl audience send bad videos to him. In one of the court documents that was publicized, the transcript read, "I want you to clap your asshole at me and say this 14-year-old ass is yours," or something like that. The guy's a fucking menace. Huge, big pedophile. So he's been in jail for quite some time. I think he got like a 20-year sentence. Let me double check. Well, actually, here, I'll let Wavy Web Surf say it.
To show Austin Jones requesting one girl to delete a tweet where the alleged minor publicly revealed Austin was requesting twerk videos. I think I'd die of laughter, haha. I've legit been
yeah, I forgot.
all week, haha.
He used to do it. He used to do it as like a, I'm just kidding, haha. Don't, you don't actually have to send me naked videos, haha. But if you did, I'd laugh. Lol. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
Do it, it'd be fun. So as you can see, you've got these screenshots allegedly showing Austin Jones requesting, fake.
You don't have to say alleged anymore, Wavy, because he is in jail. He was convicted on the charges. It's not alleged. You can just straight say it now with your whole chest. He is legitimately a convicted pedophile now.
Favors from minors. The concerning allegations surrounding Austin Jones would begin to circulate around Twitter, and the situation would become something of a viral news event when YouTubers publish videos covering the allegations.
He had told me that in the
Mac
past,
and Mickey.
like a couple years ago, if not a year ago, a year or two ago, whatever, that he asked for girls to twerk for him in videos, to send them videos of them twerking for him.
Why are these people doing this? These are people that have all these people looking up to them, and they're taking advantage of their fans. And honestly, I think that it gives our music scene a very...
Why was that desperate? Why was he even asking for those things? It was that depression piling up into me searching for attention.
Home in Bloomingdale, Illinois.
Hold on, I don't know if he's going to pull this up, but I do want to pull it up. I want to remember what he said exactly in the court case. Damn, all of these are... Jesus. I didn't realize it was already 4 years ago. God, Jesus. Where's that ass clapping thing that he used to say? There's so much publicized about his arrest now that it's hard to find. Oh, here it is. According to the complaint, Jones instructed girls on how to shake or clap their buttocks and expose themselves in videos for him. At the beginning, get super close and say...
YouTube singer Austin Jones.
Damn it. At the beginning, get super close and say these lines. Hey, Austin, it's name, and this butt is 14 in most of the cases for these people. Years old, and then make it clap for 30 seconds. Got it? Yeah. Fucking menace. Thanks to resub Frosty, Raccoon, and Slim. It was like he was trying to compile as much evidence against himself as possible. So he would have the girls state their name and age, and they were all minors, like actual children. And all of it got used against him, clearly. He was actually, like, conducting the investigation on himself and making sure all of the evidence could stick.
Three days later, on June 11th, Homeland Security investigators raided the YouTube star's residence. During the search, authorities discovered illicit child content on the man's devices. He was then arrested and hit with 2 CP-related charges. What followed were a series of court proceedings that revealed the true horrific
he is going to go over it.
Abuse committed by Austin Jones. One such discovery was that in messages Austin had exchanged with a minor, he would request the underage fan to announce their age while the individual performed suggestive acts for him. In court transcripts, Austin describes a conversation between him and a 14-year-old girl as a, quote, audition, where she would have to perform suggestive dances and acts for his approval. The man apparently acting as a sort of sadistic director, guiding the minor to perform in a way.
How many years in jail did he get, though? I don't remember.
Now you need an intro to the video. At the beginning, get super close.
Yep, there it is.
These lines. Hey Austin, it's name, and this butt is age, years old, and then make it
foul.
for 30 seconds. Got it? After a series
Oh yeah, he
of
also used to
trials,
send videos of him doing it as like tutorials, like instructive videos on how to do it. So he'd give them like the breakdown. I forgot about that as well. It's been a while since I talked about this case.
Jones would eventually be found guilty on one count of receiving CP, and on February 1st of 2017,
got 10 years.
Austin Jones was sentenced to serve 10 years in prison, with his earliest possible release being in 2027. In the wake of his sentencing, the man's YouTube channel has been deleted, and the name Austin Jones has been entered into the ever-growing catalog of YouTubers busted for CP. His reputation likely permanently destroyed thanks to his own abusive activities.
But wait till 2027 with that. This one's really fucked too. Wait till 2027 with that Austin Jones comeback redemption arc, though. Convicted sex offender Austin Jones about to make waves in 2027. This one's murder. This one's murder. This one's not. This one is also not good, as you could imagine. I mean, if EDP isn't canceled. Yeah, EDP was never found guilty on his shit because the investigation they did that busted him was ruled not usable. So he never actually got any consequences for it, like legally.
Mr. Anime is a name known far and wide online. Essentially serving as the godfather of anime reviews on YouTube, this young man was once one of the most prolific creators in the early YouTube landscape. However, beneath the affable persona showcased in videos was a monster capable of committing some of the most heinous crimes imaginable. This is the story of Mr. Anime.
Shaky, shaky.
Thanks to give some raccoon the prime jack.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna eat this.
Trey Sessler was born August 3rd of 1989 in Waller, Texas. Trey has been described as a loner who had a hard time holding down a job, which is what ultimately led him to starting his YouTube channel. Launching the Mr. Anime channel in the early days of the site, Trey was a YouTube pioneer.
Crazy how drug dealers got 30 plus and he only gets 10 for CP.
He was one of the first on the platform to
it actually does seem like a light sentence, to be honest.
Anime news on a regular basis. His consistent upload schedule and critiques making him somewhat of an early internet tastemaker when it came to both gaming and anime. Trey was also known for his humorously blunt review scale that he used to review media in his videos, with 1 being absolute shit, and 10 being rarely given to superb shows. Trey's matter-of-fact and often aggressive
was very big.
well within this AVGN-inspired era of YouTube, and much like other media reviewers of the time, Mr.
No, not
Anime
Atomic Heart tonight doing Destiny.
creating skit videos. Trey created various sketches, which
everyone knows this guy. Why go over it for the? I know. Like I said, I'm pretty confident I'm going to know everyone on here. I just got lost in it. But yeah, Mr. Anime eventually started getting a little weird. Started posting content with guns, a real hyperfixation on guns. Eventually it led to him killing his mom and then planning a school shooting. He got arrested. How long was his sentence? I think it was his mom, right? It was his mom that he killed. Let me double check. February 2012, Trey said he was going to take a 2 to 3 week break to reward himself. At the end of his break, he announced on March 13th he had a new job. In the early morning of March 20th, 2012, Trey lured his mom out into the garage where he shot her in the chest, point-blank rage, and from there he entered the home and shot his brother in the head. His father woke up from the shots, entered the living room to investigate, only to be shot by Trey in the torso. From here, Trey destroyed the whole house and killed the remaining pets in the house before carrying weapons and hundreds of rounds of ammunition to Walter High School down the street with plans to commit mass murder. His original plan was to kill at least 70 students at the school's pep rally to become the biggest mass murder in history, as revealed in the interrogation. He killed his family first to stop them from knowing what he planned on doing next. However, Trey stood down and returned home, where he was arrested for murder. He later revealed that the event was becoming all too real, and he gave up. I didn't even remember he killed the whole family. I actually thought it was just his mom. Holy fuck. But yeah. As for how long he was sentenced, I'm not sure. Let's see. Wavy probably has it here.
The plan was to shoot up his local high school and kill over 70 students. He had hoped to become the deadliest mass shooter in history.
They would have first immediate human targets in my sight, and if I was going to go out and do anything,
these are some cheeks.
And I'm like,
and Drip and Jonah.
There's my opportunity.
He wasn't on any drugs.
Right after
No,
I had
sober.
Killed the family. It was on my mind to do that.
Sessler had other things on his mind. A Columbine-style shooting at Waller High School.
Further investigation from authorities would reveal that Trey had become obsessed with the Columbine shooters and school shooters in general.
Was
It's
it death
also
penalty?
been
Did he?
reported that
I don't think
authorities
so.
would later search Trey's computer and found that the man had ranked several school shootings, logging his personal opinions on which ones he thought were the best and the worst. On Thursday, August 2nd of 2012, Trey Sessler would be sentenced to life in prison after pleading guilty to all charges. Trey himself even reportedly urged the judge to revoke his right to parole because he feared he would be a threat to himself and others. Mr. Sessler, now 33 years old, resides at the Terrell Prison Facility in Texas and will remain in prison for the rest of his life.
Yep. This next one is a really wacky one. Amos Yee. Amos Yee originally popped off and got a ton of support behind him from the entire internet, namely Reddit, because in the beginning of his career, he spoke out against corruption. I can't even remember the specifics, but he was speaking out against like government corruption where he was at, and he got punished for it, heavily punished for that. And the internet rallied behind Amos Yee. Eventually, Amos Yee comes to the States. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but he got to the States, and then his whole platform became why pedophilia is not real and why it should be like encouraged. He even made a whole video talking about how babies can consent to sex. And I shit you not, one of his arguments was babies when they're hungry will do this with their hands. So they can tell you what they want. So if they tell you they want sex, they'll do that. Like I'm not kidding. That was one of his fucking arguments. So he made videos defending pedophilia, talking about pedophilia being not real and actually having sex with kids is a good moral thing. And then in a surprise to no one, it turns out he had tons of child porn. So he was arrested for it. Thanks to the resub Paradox, Scoob, Lion, and the 10 gift subs Pagan. Thank you, Pagan. Yep. It was fucking wild, too, because so many people... Like, this was like one of the biggest bait and switches I've ever seen in internet history. Amos Yee had so much support for so long because he was speaking out against corruption. He's calling out corruption, even at great risk to his own safety. Received punishment for it, and I don't even remember what exactly the punishment was. So much support. Eventually he gets free, gets to the States, and immediately, literally fucking like immediately, like a year later, starts talking about pedophilia and fucking kids. It was wild. But yep, I don't remember how long his sentence was, so let's see what the conclusion is from Wavy.
To remember that there were actually a small group of people supporting Amos and his ideology regarding pedos. They weren't happy that Amos had been banned from his social media accounts and felt that what he was doing was simply an extreme exercise of free speech and playing some like super far off devil advocate case for pedos and CP advocation. You know, suggesting that the guy wasn't actually doing anything wrong. Well, all of that goes out the window when we soon find that Amos Yee was actually committing crimes related to CP. In October of 2020, Amos Yee was busted by a group of amateur pedo hunters for allegedly sending and receiving illicit images with a 14-year-old girl on WhatsApp. The girl had reportedly been victim to Amos's illegal requests over a period of months, and it was only after he became aggressive with her did she reveal the messages to the pedo hunters.
I didn't remember it was like a vigilante group.
Amos Yee would later be arrested on charges of solicitation and possession of CP. Initially, the man would plead not guilty, claiming that the allegations were all lies, but he would later enter a guilty plea as a part of a plea deal in an effort to get a lighter sentence. In December of 2021, Amos Yee was sentenced to serve 6 years in prison, and it's likely that whenever he's released, he'll be deported back to Singapore to face the wrath of that government once again. From anti-government pro-free speech advocate to CP possessor, that was the Amos Yee story.
I thought maybe I was a little foggy on the details. I thought it was more than just that, right? Let me double check. I thought it was more than just that grooming and solicitation of child porn. I thought it was having it as well, possession of... Well, I mean, that was one of the charges, but I thought he had just like a general stockpile. But I might be crossing wires. Let me see. Oh, okay, so this is what it was. When he entered that plea deal, they dropped the other 16 charges against him. So that's what happened. So he pled guilty to 2 charges of child grooming and child pornography for a lighter sentence of 6 years, which dropped the other 16 charges. Okay, so that's what it was. That plea deal got rid of the other fucking laundry list of charges. Thanks to the resub Murph and Cosmic. I don't know who this one is.
In the live streaming
There's a first
world,
one I don't
needs
know.
a gimmick to stand out.
Oh, is this the
viewers?
I think I know this is this the I think it was a Russian streamer who left his girlfriend out in the cold to die, then brought her body on stream and continued to stream even after calling the EMS. Is that this guy? It is? Thought so. Him and his girlfriend got into an argument. He forced her outside in the cold winter. She died of hypothermia. She was also pregnant at the time. He drags her in on stream, then continues to stream, calls emergency services who go there, try and resuscitate. They can't, obviously. And he streams the whole fucking thing. Yep. That was only like 2 years ago.
Too far when the gimmick essentially becomes abusing his girlfriend, abuse that eventually leads to a death and a prison sentence. This is the story of Reflay. Stanislav Reshetnikov, aka Reflay, was once a trash vlogger. And I don't mean that as an insult, there's literally a video genre called trash vlogging. Trash vlogging is a style of vlogging in which viewers pay to have someone on stream abused for their own amusement. It's a genre that's popular in Russia, and while the actions committed in these streams are often illegal, streamers are very rarely prosecuted. The videos are violent and often target women. Now, where does Reflay fit into this picture? Reflay would use his 28-year-old girlfriend, Valya, as the victim in his streams. Disgusting chatters that visited would donate and encourage him to do vile things to his girlfriend, and as a result, he would verbally and physically abuse the woman. According to reports, he would shove her around, call her a prostitute, smelly, even going as far as pepper spraying the woman at a viewer's request. And unfortunately, this dangerous style of streaming would prove to be lethal for Reflay's girlfriend. During one stream, a viewer would donate $1,000, ordering Reflay to force his girlfriend out on the building balcony and lock her outside in freezing weather. Keep in mind that it only takes about 30 minutes for hypothermia symptoms to show.
Part of that request was that she had to be like in bra and panties or something. Or I don't even know if it was part of the request, but if I remember correctly, like, that's what she was wearing. Like, he forced her out there in that, and then she died from it.
Reflay would oblige with the request and locks his girlfriend outside. Throughout the stream, the woman can be heard screaming and begging for him to let her inside, which only results in Reflay filming her struggle through the glass door and mocking her as she attempts to get inside. But eventually, she stops banging on the door and making any attempt to get back in. Realizing what likely just happened, while the stream is still rolling, he then opens the door and drags in his girlfriend's now lifeless body. She had died. In apparent disbelief, Reflay can be heard saying, "Valya, are you alive? Valya, are you alive?" The man would continue streaming and interacting with chat for some time until eventually calling for medical help. When paramedics arrived, it didn't take long for them to pronounce Valya dead. While it was assumed that hypothermia was the cause of death, autopsy reports would indicate that the woman had craniocerebral trauma. It was later revealed that Reflay had actually beat his girlfriend prior to putting her outside. The combination of these two factors is what resulted in the death. After authorities got a grasp on what happened,
It's not pertinent to the story, but wasn't she pregnant? I feel like it was this guy that did that to the pregnant girlfriend, but maybe I'm getting the story mixed up. I think it was. I'm almost positive.
Stanislav Reshetnikov, aka Reflay, was now facing serious charges and was implicated in causing the death of the woman. In April of 2021, Stanislav
only 6 years
convicted of intentional infliction of grievous bodily harm dangerous to human life committed with the use of an object as a deadly weapon, resulting in the death of the victim by negligence. As a result of this conviction, the man received an insultingly light 6 years in prison. In light of this outrageously soft sentence, a Russian senator would actually speak out and advocate for more punishment to be placed on trash vloggers like Stanislav. Quote, "This is becoming more and more widespread, so it's necessary to legislatively respond to this form of activity. Naturally, if we are talking about direct participation or complicity in murder, then the imprisonment term may be longer. And what could be described as a dark web snuff video resulting in measly prison time, that was the story of Reflay."
God, that's so fucking frustrating. 6 years for that. Jesus.
Many of you may be aware of a sort of long-standing loophole in the YouTube rules that allows nudity to be shown on the site. For example, if the nudity is used for an educational purpose, it's permitted, such as like a woman showing other women how to perform a breast exam on themselves. Another example of this could be a video where a woman is showing other women how to breastfeed. But one woman takes this loophole way too far and gets criminal charges from it. This is Lee Felton. She was once a piano teacher based out of Tallahassee, Florida. The woman taught under the business name Miss Lee's Piano Studio, where she would instruct kids and young adults in the area, teaching them how to play. Despite having her own business, Lee was financially struggling. After being left by her 1-year-old child's father, Miss Lee found herself a single mother. This abandonment, compounded with the financial struggles she experienced, caused the woman to sink into a deep depression, her self-esteem essentially hitting rock bottom. So, in a completely unhealthy and disgusting way of addressing both the issues of financial problems and self-esteem, she starts creating breastfeeding videos on YouTube.
Initially, she's one of those.
Instructional content, the videos.
There's a whole subset of creators on YouTube, and it's not always breastfeeding, but that is a big one, that do like porn, but they do it under the guise of education, kind of like what Wavy was mentioning in the beginning. But it's usually more egregious, and it's usually in the yoga category. Anything health and fitness related, they'll just do it like nude or close to nude, and the excuse is that it's showing the human body and like how it reacts to the movements or something. And then another big one is like not anal bleaching. What the fuck? Oh my god. Is it vaginal? Is it? It might be vaginal exams. I don't know. But there's one where it's like actual like pussy exploration, and it's supposed to be like a medical thing or informative. And is it? I think it's Brazilian waxing. I think you're right. I think it was Brazilian waxing. I think that's what I'm thinking of. That's probably it. But yeah, that's another big one. I don't know what the criminal charges would have been, though.
Breastfeeding her 1-year-old child. But what we find is things quickly get depraved and meander away from instructional to suggestive and sexually charged. Lee quickly recognized that her core audience wasn't actually women trying to learn how to breastfeed, it was perverted men commenting on her appearance, talking about how much they enjoyed the videos. And after seeing this, instead of stop uploading the videos or ban these users from viewing her YouTube channel, what she does is essentially play into these nasty, disgusting perverts. Lee allegedly sold unlisted videos to inquiring viewers and very purposefully dialed up the sexual nature of the breastfeeding content. Lee reportedly made breastfeeding videos where she rubbed herself and her child down in and shoved her breasts in the baby's face.
Jesus
Lee would give
Christ.
her videos titles akin to something you might find on an adult website. Titles such as Slip and Slide and Mommy's a Whore.
Oh,
Jesus
what the fuck?
Christ. This vomit-inducing situation would continue unchecked for some time, but eventually somebody would report Lee. According to reports, a Wisconsin man was apparently busted purchasing Lee's content by his wife, and after discovering the repulsive videos, the wife reportedly Felton to authorities. In October of
and hopefully divorced the husband.
Lee Felton would be arrested and charged with promoting sexual performance by a child, lewd and lascivious behavior, cruelty towards a child, and molestation. During her trial, she would describe her videos as a, quote, silly little playful thing, and that she doesn't believe it's criminal. She explained that the motivation behind making the videos was mental health struggles. Quote, finally, I was getting attention and felt like I had some worth, adding, I'm not a monster. Lee Felton's defense attempted to argue that her breastfeeding videos fell under free speech protection, but nobody was buying this defense. A Tallahassee sheriff's lieutenant puts it best.
Free
Quote,
speech?
the video was clearly not done for the purpose of education or artistic display. Based on the content and the fact that it's being sold by Felton, it is clear this video is for sexual purposes.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jesus, just look at the titles. Mommy's a Whore, and it's a breastfeeding video of her rubbing herself and her child down in oil and breastfeeding. Yeah, fucking obviously it's not a free speech educational purpose video. It's a fetish, and it's a fucking weird one. Holy shit, yeah, I'd never heard of this one. This is so weird. What the fuck? I think the resub Exumer, Mike, and the resub Guardian, Steez, and Smed, and the resub Krillin. Holy.
Lee would eventually be found guilty on one count of lewd and lascivious exhibition. She was sentenced to serve 10 years in federal prison along with a 5-year probation. and she was added to the sex offender registry. She would later address the judge over the case, claiming that her time in jail was, quote, humbling, and that she had, quote, a moral compass now.
Good news. Good news.
You made it to the end. Those were YouTubers literally imprisoned at the time of me recording this video. Let me know what you guys thought about this one down below in the comments section, and let me know who or what you want me to talk about next. I want to give a major shout out to my patrons. I appreciate
I
you
knew
guys.
all of them but
Wavy Web
one.
Surf out.
I thought I'd know
Peace.
them all, but I didn't know Lee Felton. That was good, Wavy. But yeah, that's a fucking wild one. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Holy Lord. I'm pretty confident I'm going to know all of these. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't want spoilers. I don't want spoilers. All right.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about YouTubers
You in the chat, Tuff?
ruining their careers in seconds. VitaliZD TV.
So Vitaly, this guy fell on some fucking wild times. Pretty sure it was a crippling drug addiction, and then he snapped one day, jumped out of a moving vehicle, and beat a random woman. I'm going off memory here, but I'm almost positive that's what it was.
Vitaly Zodorovetsky, also known as VitaliZD TV, was once
the
the
Bang
go-to
Bro-
YouTube
the,
channel for hilarious
Bang
pranks,
Bus- Bang
with
Bros
funny
guy,
and original
whatever it was.
concepts at the time, such as gold digger pranks, Russian hitman pranks, in the hood pranks, and who could forget classics such as how to get girls to kiss you, getting girls' panties, and
Yeah, the
amazing
classics.
Can I eat your booty? The channel now sits at 10 million subscribers and over 1 billion video views, though his recent uploads don't match that of a 10 million follower channel. So what happened? If we want to understand the fall of a man who was once getting a minimum of 20 million views per video, we have to go to the very beginning, before he was even a prankster on YouTube. Let's go back to when Vitaly was 18
Bang
in
Bus.
2010. A Russian friend of his called him up and told him he can make easy money if he just appeared in an adult video. Being broke and living with his mom and abusive stepfather, he took the chance. And that's when this infamous video was filmed. The video was a Bang Bus film where the girl picks up guys and fucks them in the van, though Vitaly couldn't get hard, so it was an extremely awkward 12-minute video. Yes, I watched all of it. Yes, I was alone. Yes, I had lotion. The next year in 2011, Vitaly would
God,
YouTube channel.
that's an internet classic, by the way. I remember when that story broke. So Vitaly used to be massive. Most of you probably don't remember him now, but he was absolutely massive for a time. And then one day, out of nowhere, someone recognized him in a Bang Bus video, posted it on Reddit, and it flew. That shit was huge news. Yeah, he basically did start the pranking meta. Well, the fake pranking meta, the one where it's like, gold digger prank. But he like paid all the actresses and shit. Yeah, he was the one that started that. Man pioneered that, trailblazed. Why couldn't he get hard? I don't know, nervous? I'm not his penis. I don't know why he couldn't get hard. I have no idea.
Uploading pranks to no avail. It wasn't until June 2nd, 2012 that he'd upload the Miami zombie attack prank, a video where Vitaly pretends to be on bath salts scaring the locals. This of course was a reference to the situation that occurred only a week prior where a man on bath salts bit off a homeless person's face. Kind of a weird thing to base your prank off of, but hey, it was 2012 and I understand it was a different time. The video gained 10 million views in a week and gained Vitaly 70,000 subscribers. This even caught the attention from Daniel Tosh from Tosh.
Oh my god, Tosh.0.
Oh, and not to mention CNN.
So, a guy in Miami, a prankster, decides to go out, dress up as a zombie and covered in blood, and he starts running around chasing people. Look what he does to this guy. Like, you can see the front of his shirt when he turns. He's covered in blood, and he chases this poor guy here, and numerous people, and they're rolling on it, right? It's a prank, so he chases people around, scaring the absolute.
Thanks for 5 gift subs,
He
Shillian.
rode the momentum and kept making prank videos and started becoming the face of YouTube pranks along with FouseyTube, Roman Atwood, Dennis Rohde, and several others. Saying Vitaly got into a lot of controversies is an understatement, but I'll tell you guys the biggest ones. In 2014, Vitaly was arrested for streaking the field during the 2014 World Cup final in Brazil. He had natural born prankster across his chest.
Yeah, Remy Galliard was really kind of the OG. Remy Gallard, I don't remember.
2016, he was arrested for trespassing after climbing the Hollywood sign.
Back to our breaking news. A man believed to be a YouTube prankster has climbed the Hollywood sign.
Tim Lynn monitoring the situation overhead in Sky 5. Tim.
He had a flag, like you said earlier on. It says, "I'm back." I don't know where he was before, but apparently he is back.
The next month, on June 10th, he was again arrested for streaking during Game 4 of the NBA Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. This time with Trump sucks on his chest and LeBron for president on his back.
I don't remember any of these. I only remember his stupid, like, gold digger pranks and shit like that.
In 2017, he streaked at the World Series. He also got banned from attending any sort of sporting event, so he eventually got his girlfriend and his mom to streak for him. I guess they really love him. In January of 2020, Vitaly was arrested and spent 5 days in an Egyptian jail after climbing the pyramids of Giza.
Oh yeah, let's raise money. I did this for a good cause. Spread awareness by these beautiful pyramids in Egypt.
Man, I didn't remember any of this shit about him. What the fuck?
He also starred in his own movie with Roman Atwood and Dennis Rhodey, which wasn't that great. It was clear to see Vitaly was becoming addicted to the views. As time went on, he became electric and began punishing creators for making edgy content. This was horrible for Vitaly, as it meant he either was out of a job or had to become family friendly. He ended up becoming family friendly and now does toy reviews. Imagine? No, fuck no. He instead made an uncensored subscription service to see his videos uncensored. But by the looks of it, that didn't go anywhere. Vitaly began losing relevancy as YouTube suppresses content. And in 2020, his name was back in the news, but for something no one expected. In April of 2020, he was
I won't say no one expected. This man fell so hard. So even before this story broke, it's about to be when he beat the woman. Even before that story broke, there was so many videos, so many clips, and so much shit all about how bad he'd gotten. From drugs to all kinds of, like, different kinds of substance abuse. It was bad. Like, this was not surprising, but the brutality of it caught most people off guard. There's even a video of his arrest. I think it's on Code Blue. Or, not Code Blue. I think it's on Police Activity.
Later charged for aggravated battery by the Miami Beach police. Vitaly tackled a female jogger and struck her multiple times on the head and chest.
Your boy can stay back there.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, here's a clip from it.
No, put your hand on the car.
Just lean on the car, please.
Lean on the car right there.
I'm sorry, guys.
And he seemingly did this for no reason, but it was later revealed that he was on shrooms.
No, but mushrooms are good. I never had a bad trip until that one time where I flew. So I was COVID mushrooms. I was bored. Last thing I remember is, please help. And I tried to hug her and she pushed me or whatever. I hit her and I realized what I was doing on top of her, and I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't even run back to the house. The article says,
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know what was happening.
He was released from custody after a $7,500 bond. Vitaly reunited with his attorney, Roger P. Foley, and released a video on how Roger was able to get him to avoid 15 years in prison. After filing in on the case, the charges were immediately reduced to felony battery, a third-degree felony, and after a few months, the case was reduced to a misdemeanor and eventually dismissed. I feel like if the charges got dropped because you have a really good lawyer, I don't know why you would make a video on it. It kind of seems like a big fuck you to the woman that got attacked. Like, hey,
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I got a good lawyer. It's kind of a weird video to make. Fast forward to 2022, and Vitaly seems to be trying to make a comeback to YouTube with classics such as Can I Eat You Out? How Tight Are You? And Epic Farting on Girls prank. Someone needs to tell Vitaly we're not in 2015 anymore. He even does the
he's killing it,
guys intro unironically, and it's pretty sad.
What's up, villains? Welcome to another video.
The prank format on YouTube isn't what it used to be. Great examples of new prank channels are Balin Levine, Loaf, Kaisen Nat, Gideon, and the list goes on. But these new era of prank channels have one thing in common. They all have a lovable main character. With Vitaly, it's going to be hard for him to gain an audience again, especially after being a woman beater. But I guess we'll see what's next for Vitaly.
It should be prison. Tub doesn't go into it, but he beat the shit out of that girl. Man jumped out of a fucking moving vehicle just to beat a random woman who was jogging. Like, he should not be out of jail. The guy's a menace. So I think it's fucked up. His lawyer got him out of 15 years of prison. What bullshit. Yeah, that guy sucks. Thanks to the resub advanced in the bits, Marty. He's probably out of his fucking mind. Yeah, he absolutely was. It's no excuse, but yeah, he absolutely was. Because the man's been abusing substances for the better part of like 6 years now. Yeah, he must have called Saul, because that guy worked some magic. Thanks to the resub owner of Twitch.
Yo, hold on, guys. Someone's knocking at my door.
Thanks to Tier 1 Doctor. A tough skit?
You're under arrest.
What do you mean I'm under arrest?
Because you don't have the new
Oh,
Earl drop.
a merch skit. Oh, I thought it was like going to be VPN or something.
Earl, the brand you own, the new collection that just
Thanks
dropped.
to Prime Drew.
Back to school collection, and if people use code
Give some
back to
Tavos.
school, they get 20% off anything at the store.
Hey, 20% off
Resub
sounds really
Quazon.
good. Give me that.
Here you go.
Wow, this is really good quality. I'm gonna put it on off camera. Yes, off camera. Yeah, I don't get to see my nipples yet. Oh my god, it's embroidered. Look at that. Y'all
Thanks
still
to
go
the
to college?
resub
Nah, we go
Chunky
to Earl
and
University.
Girus.
Isn't that right, cop that randomly
And
came
Fire
to my
Strike.
room?
Hey, that's very true. My
The
kids
contest.
actually go to Earl University. Anyway, you're extremely cute.
Hey, what can I say? You are too. Get the fuck out of my room.
Okay.
Guys, make sure to use code back to school to get this
How adorable.
amazing Earl hoodie, which I will be wearing for the remainder of the video. EarlDoesn'tExist.com. Let's move on to the next one. Rice gum. The story of Brian Lee is a really upsetting one.
Jesus.
I was a big fan of his in 2016. Back in 2016...
How? What was there to be a fan of? In 2016, he was still doing the same dumb shit of, like, diss tracks. And saying, these kids need to be stopped. It was like, damn, this kid is so cringe. This kid is just lame. What the fuck was there to be a fan of? The guy hadn't done anything, like, ever. I will legitimately never understand how Rice Gum rose to popularity on the platform. Always blew my fucking mind.
It was definitely a different era. We had YouTubers such as Leafy, Pyrocynical, Grade A Under A, Drama Alert, H3H3, iDubbbz, Filthy Frank, and yes, some of those YouTubers still upload to this day, such as Pyrocynical. Shout out Pyrocynical. If you know me, that's crazy because I look up to you. But we're talking about Rice Gum in specific. I made a video dissecting Rice Gum's fall off last year, so if you want a more in-depth version of that, you can watch that after this one. Anyway, Rice Gum initially blew up off his These Kids Must Be Stopped series, a series where he makes fun of cringeworthy kids on the Musical.ly app.
Man, I don't know if you guys heard it. This fucker just said, I'll be drunk texting you. I did some research. This fool is 13.
The public absolutely loved these videos, and he quickly skyrocketed to 100,000 subscribers. And only 4 months later, he reached the 1 million subscriber mark. He continued roasting other influencers, and the main thing people looked forward to in his videos were the diss tracks.
Your fans are little kids under the age of 12. Tell me why your ears make you look like an elf. You think I'm trying to roast you, but I'm just trying to help. Psych! I'm just here to give you this L.
God, yikes.
Now, these diss tracks weren't good,
even worse
but
than
they
I
were
remember.
extremely entertaining at the time. As time
Tier
went
1
on, he
Dream,
only grew and was
Prime
becoming
Massey.
a mainstream YouTuber. It was great seeing this 19-year-old achieve his dreams. But on January 14th, 2017, he uploaded a video which many fans to this day claim was the beginning of his demise. Finally Moving Out of My Mom's House is a video where Rice Gum kinda just tells the audience he's moving. He did move, but 3 months later, he moved again into the Los Angeles Clout House, an influencer house founded by
the
FaZe
Clout
Kay,
House, I
which
forgot about
included Alyssa
that.
Violet, Summer Rae, Wolfie Raps, FaZe Kay, and some other forgettable people. And I don't mean that in a mean way, like some people in there were genuinely forgettable. Now, this is where Rice Gum's downfall truly began. Not statistically, though. I mean, he peaked in popularity at this house. Bigger videos, better production, more money, more fame, but that all came with a big ego. You see, if there's anything I've learned from doing research of YouTubers' rise and fall, or just celebrities' rise and falls, it's to never get a big ego. That will just make sure your career dies. But I'm going off track now. Then one day, iDubbbz uploaded a content cop on Rice Gum, a video where Ian completely rips Rice Gum apart for being an arrogant, money-fueled YouTuber.
He is extremely insecure, and he makes it very obvious when he uploads videos like this, where he details how much money he earns in a month on YouTube.
There's like this video that has been going crazy viral, and basically in the video he shows how much money
Thanks to the resub
YouTube
buck.
has paid him. Everyone just giving him so
God,
much
this is
props,
such a
everyone loves him.
nostalgic
This dude
trip.
is getting so much street credit. I'm like,
I can't believe it's been fucking 6 years.
Last month I made a roughly $60,000. I mean, it's okay. It is actually my lowest paid month. Once again, I only got 20 million views.
I'm not sure what odds he's trying to improve. The odds that a female will finally see him as a suitable sex candidate because he has money, or the odds that his child fan base will revere him more as a god.
After this, Brian's videos began receiving a ton of dislikes. Now this, other people, is RiceGum's downfall. I'll explain later why it wasn't. After this, his content began getting more, lewd. But hey, they got views, right? Then he got into this...
Then he tried to make a family channel when he started falling off. The family channel didn't work. His girlfriends wouldn't stay with him, and he just stopped making videos altogether. That's where the curtain closes on the RiceGum story. He tried streaming GTA RP, but after getting insulted by the chat constantly, he eventually called it quits there too. I already know his whole fucking story, man. This guy is just such a fucking L. He was for a long time my least favorite person on the platform. So I kept up with him, man. I was like a full-blown hate watcher. Thanks for the gift sub, Angel.
The mystery box scamming situation where he didn't even apologize. He just pointed fingers and was like, hey, they did it too.
There's this YouTuber named Reaction Time. He actually has more subscribers than me. I don't know how because he's not cooler than me. But anyways, he made the same type of video. The same type of video like 3 months ago. No one said anything. It wasn't a problem.
And then all of his scams, but kids don't care about getting scammed.
Crew, whatever. They're influential. Got kid fans. Same thing. Open up boxes. This was 3 weeks ago. Way before I was doing it. Why did no one bring it up 3 weeks ago or even talk about these guys?
It seems like after this, he just started uploading extremely inconsistently. Fast forward to 2021, and he became a full-time Twitch streamer. The last the general public heard from him was when he was beefing with KSI, and then with Aiden Ross, which, by the way, I don't know if that was real or not.
He's a Tier 1 Gaming.
Lived in the same fucking house, but quite frankly, I don't care enough to look more into that. Rice.
Yeah, I don't know if Tubbs gonna mention it. He might, but I have to pee really bad, so I want to mention it. He also did a lot of scamming towards like the death throes of his channel. He did like the, here's 20 Amazon gift cards to make up for my last scam. And if you used any of the codes, they were already used like 3 years prior. So he just gave like previously used codes. So he scammed on top of a scam. But the scam before that was these like fake loot boxes. Before that was another like fake raffle. So right towards the end of his career, he just started like scamming as much as he could on his way out. Thanks for the 10, damn, thank you for the 10 gift sub size. Oh, Save the Kids, I forgot. Yeah, and Save the Kids. But he was like the most forgettable person in that because by that point he was already completely just out of the public eye. You're right, he was with Save the Kids. I forgot about that. Twitch tweeted about Kai. I saw. I was actually shocked. I think, here's my theory. I think Twitch is now in a position where they feel threatened by YouTube now. So now they're doing everything they can to try and do anything the community has said. I mean, whatever. I mean, I think it's a net positive no matter what. But Twitch just rolled out this terrible elevated chat thing out of nowhere, which is a terrible idea. It seems like it was so haphazardly thrown together because everyone was upset about their 70-30 split going away. So like, wait. But look, yeah, you're all going back to 50-50, but here's an elevated chat functionality, which is more money for you guys. And it's fucking dog shit. So it seems like they're doing everything they can, like hustling and scrambling to try and bring out as much as possible, even when it's not fully realized. But I am glad they finally recognized Kai. It took them long enough.
RiceGum's main channel hasn't seen an upload since 2020, and same with his Family Gun channel. He doesn't really tweet or post on Instagram. The times when he's most seen is on his girlfriend's TikTok, but personally, I truly believe that January 14th, 2017 was the beginning of RiceGum's downfall. Again, not numbers-wise, but
Tier 1 Fear, and the 5 gives Maki.
Moving to LA doesn't mean you're gonna turn into this clout-chasing demon. But if you let the lifestyle consume you, you will turn into someone no one wants to support. I really would be interested in seeing Brian return to YouTube with a more humble and charismatic attitude. And I'll give him credit. He made his bag.
Impossible.
He even started the entire diss track trend on YouTube. But his image will always be remembered as the arrogant hypebeast who let fame get to his head.
He's also not right there, by the way. Back when I used to like actively shit on RiceGum, one of his friends actually reached out to me, like an old high school friend, and was just telling me stories about this guy. I can't corroborate any of them, but they were friends. Like, he linked his Facebook. They were friends in high school. He was telling me that Brian was legitimately always a douchebag, but kind of a loner in high school, but still an asshole. So I don't think it was fame that got to him. This guy was legitimately just born a douchebag. He's the resub Jedi, 60 and certified in the tier 1 Aragorn.
Carson. Carson King, aka CallMeCarson, is a YouTuber who peaked at 2.9 million subscribers, and ever since the incident, his subscriber count has been trickling down. He began his YouTube journey by uploading Minecraft videos to his first 2 channels, which were called GamerCraft157 and IceboxCarson, before eventually moving to the CallMeCarson channel. His channel started taking off in 2017, with videos focusing on Discord trolling, reviewing internet media, and playing video games with his friends. The momentum continued, and the official name of his friend group became Lunch Club. It consisted of CallMeCarson, It's Joko, Jschlat, Slimesicle.
Holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen Schlatt without the facial hair. What? Is this Schlatt? It has to be, right? What? I didn't even know it was possible. I thought this man was literally born with facial hair. God damn. I almost feel like I'm seeing something I'm not supposed to. Taking a peek behind the curtain. God, oof. I wasn't ready for that.
Hugbox, Travis, Connor Eats Pants, and C-Scoop. I hope I pronounced all of those right. I am so used to calling Ted Nevison Ted Nevision, but I get corrected a lot. It seemed like nothing could go wrong for this friend group, and especially the leader, CallMeCarson. But on January 4th, 2021, a video was uploaded to Drama Alert, of all places, with the title, CallMeCarson's Serious Allegations, Lunch Club Interview. In this video, Lunch Club members Hugbox and Travis explained that Carson has been having inappropriate conversations with underage fans. This included the exchangement of lewd images as well. This information was told to them by Carson himself. That same day, a Twitter user whose information I'll be blurring out said this on Twitter. I can personally come out and say that I've been groomed by Carson. I have talked to many people and never came out about this since now. At the time, I was still 17 and in high school. Here's a few things he said to me. Alright guys, I hate reading word for word, especially when they're a little bit inappropriate. Let's get into this. I'm scared and I want to talk to you for the wrong reasons. Elaborate? What if I only want to talk to you for the sexual part of it? I don't want that, but like, I'm worried about it. What if subconsciously I'm only talking to you because it turns me on or something? Is that really what you want? What other options are there? Also, what would you want to happen? I don't know. All I know is every time I jack off now, I have a really hard time not thinking of you. I guess my brain got stimulated and now
reading anything more, you know?
Sorry,
like any sexual texts are always so fucking cringe. Christ.
And next time you're horny, we can have some fun.
Yeah, this whole situation was super weird. Like the whole 1917 stuff.
This is all my fault. Damn.
But then, like, the people closest to Carson said it's more than that, so this whole thing was such a weird mess.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared of getting your hopes up or something. I'm willing to try, but it's such a bad idea. But so is sexting you. Fuck. Carson later revealed in his Discord that the texts were real. Long story short, when I was 19, I sexted a couple of viewers that were 17. Extremely regrettable and incredibly embarrassing. Felt guilty since. Apologized to them both and resolved it privately last year. Then Keem got a hold of it like 2 days ago. At the time, the girl was 17 and Carson was 19 years old. Though a 2-year age gap isn't anything to glance about, I guess people did because, one, this is a famous YouTuber and it's easy to like nitpick anything a famous person does. 2, even though the age of consent in the majority of the United States is 16, talking to people that are under 18 on the internet is like a well-known no-no thing to do, especially if you're famous. And 3, people argued that there was a power dynamic, which honestly is something I do agree with. I mean, think about it. If you're a big YouTuber, your fans already see you as a god. So asking them for pictures might just make them feel like they're forced to because they don't want to let down their favorite YouTuber, right? Anyway, Carson lost followers, friends, and basically everything. He stopped uploading, stopped streaming.
No, the hurricane missed Tampa for the most part.
Whenever he did tweet, he would like quickly delete it. It was like this for 7 months until a video titled Moving Forward was uploaded by him. This specifically was August 25th, 2021. In this video, he doesn't discuss the situation at all. He says he doesn't want to make more drama and instead promotes the fact that he's going to be donating 100% of his earnings to charity.
Hey guys, it's been a while. This isn't going to be your average YouTuber apology video, and I'm not going to make it long and drawn out. I've learned a lot this past year. I'm not seeking forgiveness, nor am I looking to make excuses. I'm sure some of you are expecting some long drawn out video explaining my truth of the situation, but I have no intentions of doing that. I'd much rather just tell you what I can do in the future. For the next year, I plan to donate 100% of my profits to charity.
And since that day, he's uploaded 7 more videos onto his channel, and his views clearly don't match to those before the situation. So yeah, Carson is back, but with not nearly the same amount of love he once used to have. In fact, he gets hate.
I forgot that he was doing that for the charity stuff.
I mean, there are definitely trolls that just don't like him, but I think this is the perfect time to move on. Alright guys, I want to give a quick update to the whole CallMeCarson.
Oh, well, actually, you might answer the question I'm about to ask.
Situation. As you guys know, there's been a bunch of Twitch drama recently, and Hugbox actually wanted to add on to that. I won't say it like that, but I'll just say he did add on to the drama, though I didn't see anyone talk about this.
Seabird,
just happened to stumble across it while doing my research. So here's Hugbox's Twitter, and Hugbox actually made a twit longer with the title "Game Over." This got almost 5,000 likes. Like, I would say it got some attraction. I have no idea how I did not hear about this at all. But the twit longer is it's a lengthy read. It's a very lengthy read. But I'll just give you guys the important sentences. I'm gonna try to explain the relevant events of the last couple years in the most concise way possible. This was always written off as drama when I try to talk about it, but I only spoke of it because it really bothered me and I cared. It's not easy to be threatened with legal action when you're just trying to tell people what's going down. That's why my tweets were always so cryptic. I'm not a clout chaser. I haven't even made money over the last several years, only alienated my audience since I started talking about this stuff, and at this point want absolutely nothing to do with the internet. We'll start with the Carson thing. I
read this and this guy tries to make this whole thing about himself. I vaguely heard about this. I will say off rip, him saying I'm not a clout chaser but calling this game over is kind of contradictory. That just immediately rubs me the wrong way.
Started talking about this stuff, and at this point want absolutely nothing to do with the internet. We'll start with the Carson thing. I found out about what he did in March 2020, and for a moment considered tweeting it right then and there. Unfortunately, I did not have any concrete details initially. In fact, the few details I had were lies. The group had a meeting later that day which our manager, Ryan, told us that he had dealt with this several times before and we can make this go away. And some members of the group insisted we needed to stick by Carson. At this point, I was checked out completely, but naively was shocked that so many people seemed to value their careers over doing the right thing. Over the next several months, I started asking around as to what others had been told, and found out that every single person was told an entirely different story as to how many girls he was contacting and what their ages were. This pushed me to do something, and I had actually gotten the entire group to agree to recording a video of each of us simply saying what we were told and uploading it directly to the Lunch Club channel. No baseless accusations, no clout chasing, just the truth. At the last moment, many pulled out of the video because, in Schlatt's words, he had too much to lose. Deja vu. It was never supposed to go through Keemstar. I'm gonna skip this paragraph. Again, you guys can just go to Hugbox's Twitter to read the whole thing because it is a lot. Carson had a whole Discord of content creators that aided him in strategizing damage control in the lead up to the drama alert, because naturally Ryan had gone behind my back, warned him, and tried to prep him. I know this because not all of them suck and they told me what was up. Then the creators in that Discord fled like rats from a sinking ship when it was clear the situation was not salvageable. I called Carson several times in the days leading up to the drama alert because I did not want the venue to discredit the story, and I wanted him to take responsibility for his actions like a fucking adult. To this day, he hasn't even admitted to what he did, and everyone still thinks it was a 2-year age gap. That is not true. So if we go to the responses on the tweet, we get stuff like this. I like how instead of telling us why it was worse than a 2-year age gap, he simply didn't
that's rough.
Elaborate on that.
Sorry to hear that, Lamone.
No, it's a very strange twit longer because, I mean, he's being cryptic like he said, but he says something about legal action, so I don't know. I don't know that. I'm just the messenger. I want to make that clear. I'm just the messenger, and I just felt like I should update you guys since something else came through to the story. It's very odd that Hugbox says that there wasn't a 2-year age gap. It was that was not it. But yet this girl says that she's 17. But I also remembered apparently there were multiple girls. I don't know. It's very weird. What I'm telling you guys is not factual. Again, just the messenger.
Yeah, this shit is so fucking messy. What?
I guess now we're actually going to talk about another YouTuber, you know, because we're continuing the video. Shout out to Five Nights at Freddy's t-shirt. But yeah, let's head on to the next person on the list.
I don't know much about Hugbox. So what was he saying? What was Hugbox saying then? Now I'm just left really fucking confused. Thanks to the bits, Vintage. Yeah, I haven't seen too much from it though, Vintage. Not since we first looked at it, but I am keeping my eye on it. So wasn't a whole lot of new stuff in the twit longer. Okay. All right. Okay.
FaZe Kay and FaZe Jarvis.
Oh, these are huge. FaZe Jarvis posted a video cheating in Fortnite. He was like, I'm trying out an aimbot in Fortnite for content. Got permabanned. Cried. FaZe Kay saved the kids. Kicked out of FaZe. Cried.
And began as a Call of Duty sniping team. Members would achieve impressive clips only using sniper rifles and later create montages which would be uploaded onto YouTube. When FaZe Clan started out, they were all just kids in high school enjoying the most played game at the time. By 2012, the YouTube channel had hit 1 million subscribers and it was the thing to know about FaZe Clan if you played Call of Duty. Everyone and their mom wanted to join FaZe Clan at one point. I wanted to join FaZe. 2014 to 2016 is when I would say FaZe truly peaked. This was when the main members of FaZe all moved into a house in New York and called that the FaZe house. Many fans still say this was the best era to be a fan of FaZe. And FaZe hasn't stopped growing at all. They even have esports teams in every major video game. They also recruit athletes, and not to mention that their main focus is still Call of Duty, with members such as Swag.
Is that their main focus?
Call of Duty. Also, I can't.
Nah, they're much bigger than that now.
The best member, FaZe Jev. Yo, Jev, if you're watching this, I just want to let you know you're a huge inspiration to me, and thank you so much for always being you. Anyway, let's first talk about FaZe Kay, who joined FaZe in 2013. This was thanks to his sniping skills. He would upload gaming content and occasionally have his younger brother Jarvis join in on videos.
What's going on, guys? This is FaZe Kay, and I'm doing a Q&A today. I asked some of you guys on Twitter to ask questions to ask my brother, who is here next to me.
Though Kay never got nearly as many views as his American peers, I'll give him credit for going outside the box and attempting to capture the more IRL side of gamers. And when he would get views, it was for very out of place content like water bottle flip videos. You'd never expect that to be uploaded by
Damn, he did a lot of that.
I mean, they brought in views, so he was doing something right. Around this time is when his younger brother Jarvis began uploading content of his own, but things would change in 2018 around Fortnite's peak. Kay would begin to make videos revolving around his little brother and Fortnite. The views were immense, and at this point, Kay was living in a new LA FaZe house, or the Clout house. Either way, it was a fucking influencer house. Eventually, thanks to his skills and very, very saturated thumbnails, Jarvis joined the one and only FaZe Clan in 2019. The momentum only continued. And then Jarvis got banned from playing Fortnite due to using hacks in the game, aimbot to be specific. He wasn't playing competitively, he just downloaded some mods and wanted to make a cool video out of it.
I'm truly so sorry. Epic, I know I have to take accountability for my actions, and you know I'm gonna do my best to accept any punishment or comes my way, whatever happens.
Epic Games decided to make an example out of him and banned him from
He's still banned, right?
No, this doesn't mean that when he goes to his friend's house and picks up the controller, the FBI just breaks down the fucking door and arrests him.
Spicy.
It just meant that if you made any new accounts publicly, they would all just automatically get banned. This also meant Jarvis had to switch content. He basically became
It's just such a stupid idea. Like, I don't remember how old he was when he did it. I think he was probably like 18 or something. But what a dumb fucking idea. I'm going to knowingly cheat in this game for a video. Like, I don't know what you would possibly expect to happen from that. It's so... Like, I feel like almost bad. Because to be so stupid to think it's a good idea, like it's... I don't know. Still, very, very dumb.
Challenges and TikTok life hacks. By the way, these thumbnails are still, very bright. In 2020, he quote-unquote fooled the internet that he was playing Fortnite again. He went live and had someone else play for him. Then his username got leaked and Epic Games banned him on the spot. But when did FaZe Kay and FaZe Jarvis's careers go to shit? Kids. The Save the Kids crypto scam.
Yeah.
YouTuber was hopping onto the crypto coin.
Save the Kids.
Well, this was one of them. This was a coin that claimed it would be used for charity and used the likes of Kay, Jarvis, Tico, RiceGum, and Nikon in order to get more clout. This was an entire mess, and I'm gonna dumb it down for you guys, but if you guys want full explanation, make sure to go watch CoffeeZilla's video. It's an amazing detailed video.
That is a great video on it.
Fans would buy this coin thinking that the value was only gonna go up. You know, they probably thought it was gonna be the next Bitcoin, but instead, the owners of the coin just left with all the money. I believe this is called a pump and dump scam. All the people in that video were part of it except Tico. Tico was genuinely innocent, which is why he's back in FaZe now. But everyone else in that video, yeah, they got a lot of money from the fans that were trying to support this charity. Due to this, Kay was kicked from FaZe, and Jarvis, Nikon, and Tico were suspended until further notice.
He's some tacos.
Well, he's RiceGum. He wasn't a part of any team or anything. He's just himself. So this is where Kay's career started going downhill. I mean, why wouldn't it? Who wants to support a scammer? Then Kay came out saying that the mastermind behind all of this was Sam Pepper. Yeah, the dude with Black Ops 3 dark matter for hair. This response wasn't really taken that well, and his views dipped right
Probably really was Sam Pepper, but you're also a fucking idiot for doing anything with Sam Pepper. It's your fault. How Sam Pepper still somehow infiltrates anything blows my fucking mind. He's like the most well-known scammer of all time. Hey, thanks again, Maki. Thanks for 5 gift subs. And the tier 1 Climate, and the resub Chaser, and SSB.
I thought I got the wrong channel. I thought I put Jarvis's channel instead of Kay's. But notice how much Kay uses his brother in his thumbnails. Like, do you not think you have a photogenic face? I literally thought this was Jarvis's channel. I was like, okay, I gotta re-screenshot it. No, this is Kay's channel. I did not make a mistake. Again. Please stop the oversaturated thumbnails. Jarvis had a boxing match which he won, and he was back in FaZe. Then this video was uploaded, Why I Left FaZe Clan, where he explains that he left FaZe Clan because his big brother was kicked.
Weird for me because I don't want to be a part of FaZe if like you're not in FaZe as well.
Oh, that's so wholesome.
Me and you, we started YouTube since the very beginning.
Trust.
All of this happened because of you and you pushing me to like make videos. Start vlogging,
give some
start
beaches and the resub
really
Duluth.
all happened
Give some
because
Claire.
you pushed me to do it.
Aww,
tier 1
so
Swoosh
sweet.
and tier 1
Except
Carla.
Not really, because this is when Jarvis would begin uploading less frequently and get less views. And no, YouTube Shorts don't count because those views are from randoms, not your fans. I forgot to mention that they have another channel called Jarvis and Kay. Where
nice.
They do upload more frequently, but the views aren't there either. And for some reason, while watching their videos, I feel like they're always finding a way to diss FaZe.
7 months ago, I left FaZe Clan, and after watching these TikToks, I think I made the right decision.
It's like I get the vibe of like biting the hand that fed you. I mean, even the fans dislike the videos, and it's very weird. I don't know. It seems like they have a big ego after leaving FaZe. I truly believe Jarvis could have saved his career by just staying in FaZe. It doesn't matter if you were banned from Fortnite. There's new Call of Duties every year to make content on. I get that family comes first, and that's super respectable that he did that. But
what is Kay doing? I know he showed his channel, but is that really all he's doing? Yep. That's really all he's doing. He legitimately does just use his brother in every single thumbnail. I would have no idea this is Kay's channel. Legitimately. There is nothing here that tells me this is FaZe Kay's channel. That's crazy. But man, this content does look fire. Awesome. I asked her to be my girlfriend on camera. Whoa. I exposed Jarvis playing Fortnite? Oh, no. And what is Jarvis doing? Maybe Jarvis only has K in the thumbnail. That'd be huge. No, I guess not. He also hasn't fallen off nearly as hard. Yeah, it's mainly just K. So Jarvis has 2 channels? Well, yeah. Jarvis and K have 2 channels. They have their own, and then they have the FaZe and Jarvis channel. Or the K and Jarvis channel.
Joining FaZe doesn't mean fuck you, bro, to your brother. It just means you're looking out for yourself. It's quite literally your livelihood. Nowadays, they both upload shorts and Mr. Beast inspired videos, but it doesn't seem their audience is there anymore. Jarvis had a video get over 1 million views recently, but it's because FaZe members are in it. Pretty ironic. I mean, you could have stayed. You could have fucking stayed in the group. But yeah, let's head on to the next one. Kiwis. Kiwis first started
I forgot about this one.
2015, when he was part of the Call of Duty team Red Reserve. This team was seen as a stepping stone to FaZe Clan. During this time, the Red House became a thing, and this included Formula, Random, Mix, Kiwis, Game Gandhi. Since
crazy, no one remembers
Red,
this.
I gotta mention Red's best member, Game Gandhi. He was always the best person out of their crew and had the best content, and it just sucks that he got grouped with these.
I won't spoil it. I'll let Tub explain.
This house had a life of its own. Like, the chemistry
it's pretty bad, though.
The Gandhi vlogs were sweet and to the point. They weren't seen as rip-off FaZe anymore. They were just becoming Red. Until one day in 2016, Keemstar uploaded a video where Kiwis attempts to justify why he sent a 12-year-old girl images while he was 17. And that had started a 1.5 years before the interview, so now the girl was 14 and he was 19. Either way, it's fucking disgusting. And then he proceeds to shoot himself in the foot.
Because
okay, so it was just weird. You sent pictures when you were 17 and she was 12. Now, I believe she said that
she was 14.
I believe,
and the kick logs will prove it. Like, if you guys get it, like,
okay,
it's there,
but she said she was 14 or whatever. But
it was a month ago.
Yeah, and a month ago on Snapchat. Yes.
Okay, so a month ago you sent her a picture.
Yes.
But the problem with that is you're 19 and she's 14 at the time.
But the thing, like, I was in a really like depressed state. Like, she was talking to me. Like, she kept on saying how she was saying how she was so attached to me, and I was saying, and she said how she wanted to meet up, and I said that's really weird. I don't want to meet up. Like, that's something you can't bank on. Like, that's just really weird. I don't want to do that. and she's claimed that she wants to meet up with other people. There's another person in red that she talks to that she wanted to meet up with. Specifically, and we can talk more about that in private.
But oddly enough, this wasn't the end of his career. He continued uploading and even uploaded a response video where he flat out victim blames the girl.
I shouldn't have trusted this girl. I shouldn't have. I don't know why I did what I did. She convinced me that I could trust her, and it was a mistake. And that's something I will never make ever again. This girl lied about her age and convinced me to send her pictures of myself. Like, she sent pictures to me too, but
his audience seemed to have liked and supported it. By this time, everyone knew about the situation, and due to living...
I never saw that. This man's just out here confessing to full-blown crimes without knowing it. Thanks to the resub Helicity, Waifu, and Jay. I only knew that first part. So the dude straight up like admits like, hey, I thought she was 14, so I sent her all these nudies. You know, that's why I was, you know, being romantically involved with a 14-year-old. I didn't know she was 12. She fucking lied to me. Can you believe that? That bitch. I didn't know he even made a response video where he just like straight confirms it and then makes it clear that he also received child porn. Yikes.
In the Red House, the address was public. I don't know if they publicized it themselves. I'm sure they wouldn't dox themselves so fans could come over and say hi, but their address was known. Anyway, Kiwis got confronted at his own house by a random person, but it was done horribly. The person called him a... Like, the dude filming could have at least said some factual stuff instead of just saying that he's a...
Red Formula.
Yeah,
the leader of
guys?
the Red Reserve. What's up, man?
How's it going?
What's good, man?
How you doing, man?
What's going on?
You a fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Red Reserve. Is Kiwis around?
Yeah, he is.
Do you think I could talk to him?
Yeah, sure. You wanna come on in for a bit?
Yeah, sure.
What?
Red Kiwis.
Oh, hey,
DJ Tittymac.
Yeah, what's up?
Life, the man with the big shorts.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
Why did you rape that girl?
Oh, do you think you're funny?
Yes.
That is not funny at all, dude. Alright, you gotta leave, dude.
You want to leave, bud?
You gotta get out of the house.
Why did you do it?
You gotta get out of the house.
Why would they invite this guy in?
Yeah, I know the whole story.
Get out of the fucking
Why
house.
did you do it? Why did you do it? You sent your dick online to a girl that was 14 years old. That was 14 years old. Do you realize about that?
Do you not understand that she completely lied about her age? Get out of the house. It's proven. Get out of the fucking house. That's why I'm here.
The reason why Kiwi's story is so odd is because he never stopped uploading.
Why the fuck? How dumb is that whole house? What? Is everyone in that house just an actual fucking idiot? It's so fake. I don't know, man. It may be. I choose to believe that over them being that fucking stupid. I don't see why it would be fake, though, because then that once again just puts it in the public eye that this dude was sexting a child. Sending and receiving pictures from a child. So why would they try and make a fake video about it? Like, that seems like a terrible idea. Crazy.
He even peaked in 2018, 2 years after that situation. This was, of course, with the help of overly saturated Fortnite thumbnails. Yay! Fast forward to 2021, and skipping over his new team, which failed, Drumler uploaded a documentary about him, and he got dislikes for a little bit, but kept uploading. His views nowadays are nowhere near his peak, and it's just sad, really. Seeing when YouTubers ruin their careers, but don't have anywhere else to go because they make their money on the internet. I mean, they could go work at their local Food for Less, but I think at that point, of being a YouTuber, your ego's really high, so you just don't want to do that, and there's a chance you could get recognized, which is always going to be awkward. We're literally watching these people die inside, but yeah. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the video. I just want to say I don't condone the harassment of any of these people. I don't want my subscribers to be those subscribers that go to these pages and leave hate comments. Don't do that. Let's just watch from the sidelines, chill out. But looking at all these names, the only person I would say really didn't do anything wrong, just made like I guess a bad decision, was Jarvis. I don't think he did anything to get canceled for it.
Yeah, his was very stupid. He cheated in a game, and the game happened to be his cash cow. I agree. Out of everyone on this list, Jarvis was like the most like trivial, the most innocent. He cheated in Fortnite because he's a fucking idiot, and he got banned for it, which cost him like his career as a Fortnite creator. But he's still doing fine. Oh, actually, no, he was in Save the Kids. Actually, I forgot. I actually totally forgot he was in Save the Kids. Never mind. It's crazy. Every time I hear Save the Kids, I only think of FaZe Kay. Yeah, never mind. I totally forgot that he was also part of Save the Kids.
Fortnite, and he chose his brother over FaZe Clan, which I think was the wrong decision. Yeah, just wanted to make that clear. Leave a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to go to earldoesn'texist.com to get yourself some new Earl clothing and use code BACKTOSCHOOL for, I don't even know how much % off. It's on the screen. Yeah, music video coming out soon. The name of that song is Overdose, and that'll be part of my 9 to 10 track EP. There will be a whole movie on this channel, so I can't wait for you guys to see that. I'm so excited. Sorry for missing an upload. I was recording the music video for that, so follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. All the apps were right there. Specifically TikTok, like I hate when I pop up on people's For You page and they're like, "Oh my god, you have it?" Yes, I have all social medias, bro.
He's using Lud and Schlatt's music.
I'm gonna go have sex with your mom, and I'll see you guys next time I upload.
You're right, actually. That wasn't that. Yeah, this is 8 hours old, so I actually think that was Lud and Schlatt's Music Emporium. So is Kiwi's still uploading? Holy fuck.
I got you.
Yeah, that's further evidence. Unless you're like literally thrown in jail. If you just ignore it and keep posting, you'll be alright. Goddamn. He doesn't get nearly the views he used to, but I mean that's still enough to make a living off of. What about Mini Lad? Yeah, his is the same deal. We already talked about that one. He doesn't get the views he used to, but still enough to make a living. Smash that like button. Thumbs up, ring the bell. Tell your mom I said hi.